Mir gefällt dein Kostüm. Ich bin nur ein Straßenlicht auf deinem Weg. Blick nach vorn, das Leben eilt und wartet nicht.
It was a part of your film. It was actually in German, so I think you didn't understand it. Maybe you can just describe a little bit what the lyrics are about. You don't have to describe the whole film, just a little bit that they know, and also the other people that do not understand.
Well, the
German.
lyrics in general are about their comments about the astronaut and how they feel about him, and they also reflect his way of life with their own. And I think it's kind of lyrical, and it wasn't written by me. The lyrics were written by my music accompanist, Sebastian. Like the whole music and the musical number were all written by him.
In general, I think it's really interesting that you did a musical, because I don't know exactly. I've seen a lot of music videos on youth film festivals and a lot of films that were using music, but I haven't really seen musicals so often. I don't remember any other film that was called a musical, that you really say it's a musical. So can you just tell us why a musical?
Musicals are a kind of guilty pleasure of mine, so to say, but I'm also interested in the power of music and the emotion you can get with music, and it was really important to us not to make a music video, to really distinct it. And also I think today there are a lot of new ways musicals are made, like Guy Meddling on the Park Bench or Dr. Horrible, and I think it's really interesting and really.
Yes, I think maybe you also did it, or probably you did it that way, that they start singing really late in the movie, because I think the film is about 10 minutes or
It's 7 minutes, and the
7
last
minutes,
3
yeah.
minutes are the musical part.
Yeah, and
that
4
was
minutes before are without singing. And in the beginning you do not really know that they will start sing. You do not think of it. There is just a music and this astronaut walking through the world. In fact, it's Graz, I think.
It's Graz, yes.
It's Graz. And so is this the way how you want to make it a musical and not a music video?
The idea of the astronaut walking through a city and meeting different kinds of people, I had the idea for about 2 years, and I went to different paths. It was a feature film in my head, and then it was without music, and in the end I thought musical would be the best way to combine the absurd element of the astronaut and how he fits into a world where people suddenly sing. To ask if how absurd is the world in general? Is he the one who's crazy? Not really crazy, but... Or is the world a little bit unnormal, and is he the only one who really does what he wants to do, and we are just spectators?
So we had this film that was made out of a dream. We had a film that was made out of thinking about the theme again and again and again, maybe I can say. A theme or a topic, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I can't actually answer. Like, I like people ask me, like, how did you think of that? I actually don't know. It's really weird. I just felt this urge to do this, and then I found the location, and it kind of grew out of the location. It's almost like the ghost told me what to do.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, and your film, Georg, sorry, Georg, is about this astronaut. So it's about the world and about the feeling and about also this kind of feeling we all know, not really being part of it and thinking everything is so strange. So But I was just thinking, because an astronaut is not like a strange person, because actually in an astronaut there is a normal person in. So why isn't it an alien or something like that? A creature that is not existing in reality?
Because I wanted to set it in reality. It was important to me and to our team that it wasn't a dream, that it could happen. And it's kind of, I wanted it to be dreamy and about pursuing a dream and to visualize it in a kind of different way. Because an astronaut is real, like you said, but also not that common, of course, especially in Graz.
You are not from Graz?
No.
You are from Vienna, I think?
Actually, I'm from Burgenland.
Yes.
I live in Vienna
Yeah,
now,
sure.
and we got sponsorship by Steiermark.
So this is the reason why the film was shot in Graz,
Yes.
I think. Yes. Okay. So altogether we have a lot of different ways to express the ideas, the wishes, the dreams, and maybe it's just interesting to think of the topic of this year's YOUKI again. It's utopia, and in your films, you can say there are kind of utopias. In fact, something like that. And in your dream, there is this astronaut. In your dream, there is this other world. But what do you think about making films out of something like wishes, like something that you want the world to be? Is it okay to do that? To make like a really wonderful movie because I just want to feel like that?
I think it's the most important thing about making movies, to inspire people and to try to change something, because films are such a strong medium to influence people, not in a negative way, in a positive way, to think about their life and maybe make it better. And that's, for me, the most important thing.
What do the others think? Yeah.
For myself, I've definitely met a lot of people like my main character who kind of forget their own, they're not true to their own faith, and they just kind of do what they're told to do instead of really thinking about why they want to do it. So what I was trying to do with my film is explore the ideas of what we say may be not what it is, and everybody's got their own opinion on religion and life after death. This was just my take on what I thought would be an amusing circumstance, that somebody who dedicated their whole life ended up, in the end, still in hell, and why. And I just thought that would be funny, but I think it's so important to keep an open mind about these kinds of things. And there's so much trouble in the world right now because of religion and all this kind of stuff. So if we just all kind of accepted that everyone's got their own point of view, and you don't have to try to force it on someone like she does on her son or the woman that we see in the first memory. If you just kind of do it for yourself and don't impose, and I think we'd solve a lot of problems. So that's kind of the message that I was trying to say. Just have your own opinions, be creative, whatever, imaginative, but do not, put that on someone else, because everybody's is entitled to their own faith. So that's just my opinion on that. Yeah.
So that's kind of that what you wanted to show in that as well. And you?
As always, mine's kind of just. Well, the thing I like about film in the first place is the fact that you can make a film about anything. Every single type of art form ever created can be used in film. It's even created its own type of art forms from it, like editing and stuff, which is completely unique to film, whereas you can make a film about literally anything you want to, like stuff that doesn't exist, like mine, and stuff that does exist, and you can show it any way you want to, whatever way. And there's like although one thing I have always noticed is with surreal films, surreal films are always my favorite type of film. And you always notice with people, they say, if it doesn't make sense, it's not good. But it's like, why does a film have to make sense? There's like paintings that don't make sense, and people still consider them great. But so why can't it be the same with film?
It can.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
That's kind of what the film
No, totally.
is about.
It's kind of like Salvador Dali's film, Un chien andalou. Have you seen it?
I don't think I
No?
saw it.
You should see it. You might find some similarities in style and thought.
I'll look into it. Yeah, it sounds good.
So you think your film doesn't make sense?
It's kind of unless I was to describe it to you, it wouldn't make sense, because obviously in ways it doesn't make sense, but also to me it makes sense because I know exactly what it's about, and also in kind of a way it's kind of like no one will kind of ever be able to make the same sort of sense out of it that I can, but it doesn't really matter. It's difficult to describe, I suppose.
Yeah, I think you have to see the films, and then you can think about it, if there is sense or not. But I think, for me, there is kind of sense, but it depends how you see it. So I thank you very much. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Sonia.
you very
Thank
much.
you, Georg,
Thank you.
for coming here to the FILMSOFA. And also thanks the audience for coming here. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.